Hi YouTube. Today we are making rice in the pressure cooker. It's the fastest, easiest way to make rice I've found so far. You see that? It's like sun on my face coming in.
Will you turn me away?
Say hi, honey.
Hi, honey.
There's my smoking hot wife.
Maybe we could turn those the other way. That might help you.
Turn them the other way, she says.
Yep.
Hang on. Hody do. Ho-do! Ho-do! Yeah, that's a lot better. Okay. All right. So I gotta make sure I'm looking the right direction. So, and we're gonna do it in this. This is an old school pressure cooker with the wobbler on top. I was over at the store today and I picked up some rice and anyway, I thought it'd be a good idea to show people how to do it in a pressure cooker. I think if anybody can afford to go out and pick up a pressure cooker, you should do it because it's an amazing way to make meals cheap and super fast. Anyway, we'll get to it. But first, I don't know where to look. I guess here. Anyway, while I'm over at the store, there's a guy and he's over by the deli, and there's these two ladies in there, and they're waiting in line too to get some stuff from the deli. And this guy, he says, you know, and the two women are talking back and forth, and both of them have this English accent. And the guy says, "Are you ladies from England?" And the one lady looks at him and says, "Wales, Wales," like that. And he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. Are you Wales from England?"
That's terrible.
Yeah, terrible, but really funny. So anyway, back to this. That was a joke. But we actually live in a town that was settled by the Welsh. So that joke is really funny here because, you know,
Yeah.
people understand what Wales is. Wales, you know, yeah. Anyway, they were saying that they were from Wales, not they were Wales. Okay, so anyway, there's the pot without anything in it. And here's the lid and a little weight. And what it'll do is it'll come to pressure and it'll start to spit. I'll show you how that works. Anyway, I better get busy here. This video is going to be awful long. But you're going to love this. This is a great idea. Okay. So, this is what I do. I keep my rice in like a great big Kerr bottle, just because when you open up the bag, it has a tendency to get all over the place. And this, I'm just going to make a small batch of this today. So what I'm going to do is here's a little small pint jar. And so what I do is I fill it up to here, which is 1 cup. So I put 1 cup of rice in the pressure cooker. I like to rinse my rice. Anyway, I rinse my rice. I just want to show you my cat. There. It's a handsome boy. He's in there trying to help me make this rice. Okay, so I rinsed my rice. Just put some water on it and stirred it around and then drained off the starch. And then what I do is I use the 1 cup of rice. And then I take the same jar that I threw the rice in and I take 1 cup of water. So I pour the water in like that. And then I take some of this. I got it over at Walmart. It's just chicken flavoring. It's bouillon, but I buy it by these big bags because it's like $4 and something, and it goes forever pretty much. And you know, I do about the same thing as I just put it in one of these 1.5-pint jars, and as I need it, you know, I can go down and get the bag and fill it back up. But anyway, what I do here is this is a teaspoon. I like it about that much. That's about exact. There's no exact. But I just do a teaspoon of the chicken bouillon. Get the fire going on it. And then I take butter. I don't know. What do you think? About a tablespoon of butter. And I put that in there with the rice. And pretty much I just get it warm to where the butter's melting. Chop it up a little bit. So I don't have big gobs of butter, but the butter actually keeps it from getting too sticky. And it has really good flavor. This here is just some frozen peas. You don't need a lot of those either. Maybe a half a cup to a cup, you know, how. And you don't have to put the peas in, but I like them in there, and so I'm going to put them in. So now we got a mess, you know, in the pot. I turn the fire up to high just to get it going because I'm impatient and want to just get it on the way. So use 1 cup of rice, 1 cup of water, and generally when I'm making this, I'll do 2 cups of rice with 2 cups of water, and then, you know, it doubles your batch. But that's exactly what ends up happening, is you get a bigger batch. But if it's just me and my wife eating it, then that's probably plenty. Let's see if that helps. I don't know. Okay, so anyway, the butter's a little bit cold in there, so I'm just waiting for it to melt. I've done this before where I've taken some onions and chopped them up and put them in the butter and kind of sauteed the onions in there first, then put the rice in and the water. All right, so at this point, it's already starting to kind of boil that water. You take your pressure cooker lid and you put it on. I don't know if you can see that coming out of there or not, but there's like some, maybe my shirt would cover it. But anyway, you put the weight on, and I just keep it on high because the butter's melted and it's ready to kind of go. And see, it already set that, and this piece is popped up, so it's building pressure. Okay, this is how simple this recipe is. And you just wait. Like I said, I still have it on high. And it's only going to take a few more minutes, and this thing's going to start dancing, this weight. And then once that happens, I set the timer on the stove for 25 minutes. And I shut this completely off. The second that starts to rock, I shut the heat off, and I go 25 minutes, and you have the best, most perfect rice you've ever had in your life. See, it's already starting to go. Okay, so now that it's starting to rock, I shut the power off to that burner, and I set the timer for 25 minutes. And it just goes on its own. That'll stop rocking, and then the 25 minutes is up, we'll open it up and stir it and show you how it turns out. Okay, we got the timer's just getting ready to go off. 25 minutes right there. Now all the pressure in this has already gone away, so you can just take this thing off. Now this metal part's still really hot, so you don't want to be touching that. And I did do a couple of things when I put you on hold. This is like the rice that I get. I get this over at the dollar store, like at over a Family Dollar, Dollar Tree. And this bag is actually 32 ounces. So it's 2 pounds of rice. Cost me $1. The only cheaper way I think to get rice is to go to Walmart and buy the 20-pound bag, but that's not real convenient. You have to bag it up into smaller bags. But it's just long grain white rice, and you don't have to put the chicken flavoring in there. I just think it tastes good. And to be honest with you, generally when I make this rice, I put a handful. I just grab a handful of lentil beans and throw in there, just because they cook up about the same as a grain of rice. They will have a little bit of a more solid texture than the rice, but I mean, it's just nice to throw a little bit of protein in there. I'm going to do a few videos. There's a few things that we do with rice. So what you do is you open that up, and of course, the lid will have a bunch of water on it from steam. And it is very hot. So I guess if kids are watching the video, don't mess with the stove. Anyway, so it kind of looks like that. You don't have to put peas in there. We've put Spam in there, cut up Spam or ham, and you can put a can of like mixed vegetables or carrots or whatever you're into. And so what I do is I just take a wooden spoon, and it's kind of like stuck together in there. So to kind of fluff it up, some people will use a fork. I just use a wooden spoon and give it a scrape, and it fluffs up, and everything's done. It's like the peas are perfect, the rice is perfect. Put some in a bowl. And it's the fastest way to make rice ever. I mean, it's you start up the stove, but you only let it go for a few minutes until it starts to make that pressure noise. When it comes up to pressure, you shut it off. And so it's cooking on its own power the rest of the time. So anyway, super delicious. I mean, I don't know a better way of doing it. And I cook up a lot of rice. I do, like, I'll put rice that has, I just get sick of white rice. And the chicken, I don't get sick of it. So you could use like a beef bouillon cube in there, or like I say, more chicken powder or whatever suits you. But it's a great way to do it, and it tastes great every time. I've never burned a batch or anything. If you can afford it, the pressure cooker does a lot of stuff. You can make soup in like 7 minutes in this thing with potatoes and meat and all the veggies and stuff. It's an amazing thing. So anyway, that's Craig's Way rice in the pressure cooker. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment if you have one. Talk to you later.